Hey, what is up you guys, your boy Kimo here. So today, another type of video, we are watching some Digimon gameplay. So it's me against my good friend Thibus. So I'm playing Jupiter on the right side, as you can see. Started off strong, I went first. Sadly, I feel like Jupiter wants to go second. But we had the good start. We take the Hiroko and the Jupiter. We have the gain memory Elekmon in the back, and as you see, Thibus is playing Titamon. It's He's more of a casual player, and I am currently trying to see what deck I'm gonna play for the regional in Rotterdam. And he starts off with the card he opens with every goddamn game. So as you see, Asuna trash the Fugamon to draw two, and he will just pass turn from there. I think he will Digivolve in the back and then Digivolve on top of it. No, he's gonna hard drop the second Asuna. So he's got double Asuna set up, passing me on 3, which I do love to see. No Digimon in the back as well, so that is pretty good for me. Now the question is, what is he gonna trash? I think he was gonna trash another ogre guy. I think that's the Hyogamon. And so the icy one, and then he will pass turn, giving me 3 memory. So here I have my Elekmon in the back, I have Elekmon up front, so I do still need some setup. So my hand is not that good, so I just swing at sec. He takes it, and my Elekmon dies, which is fine, to be honest. We just take one security here. Hiroko to search top 3. I think we grab the Homeros. Yeah, because no Inori setup is kind of sad. But the Omeros is good. I think I didn't even have an Inori on hand, so I think I'm just gonna play that in between, if I recall correctly. And we will find the Inori there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, exactly. I do have level 5s in hand, so I do not need anything else. And sadly, the zero cost event. I'm gonna say event because I play One Piece, guys. The option, my apologies, is not available for me. Boom, 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 boom. So I think he will use Hiroko once here and bring back one of his level 4s from trash. Yeah, as you can see, he's reading exactly how to do it. To be honest, guys, this was actually a pure improv setup because we just finished our One Piece locals, and I wanted to play a quick Digimon game because I do enjoy the game as much as One Piece, but One Piece is just my main game. And Thibus was the only one here with the deck. So we're just chilling. I do enjoy playing against him as well. A very fun guy. So he drops the IC1, he trashes one card to use the effect. He gives it a jamming and blocker, which is actually not bad at all. But sadly, it can't swing because it was played of the Asuna. Digivolve's in the back on his Goblimon, the one that reduces Digivolution caused by 1. So he's starting to get a setup ongoing, but it's sad that he had to wait a turn for that. So what is the next steps? I'm getting pretty okay right now. I have a good setup. I have Ryoko plus in between and the Elekmon in the back. I think my hand was actually kind of stacked also. Still 3 memory to play with though, so that is a good question of what is going to happen now. Uh, he will digivolve into the Skull Greymon, if I'm not mistaken, going at 0 and digivolving, giving it retaliation as well. So I think it was jamming, blocker, retail. But sadly, no attack. I don't know if he's gonna swing with it. If he swings and I take the security, that is a mistake from us. So let's see, no swing. The draws all good. Pitches the Fuga, if I'm not mistaken, or it might be the blue one actually again. Draws a Gobli, that's nice. Still at 0 memory, so he can do something still. Might Digivolve in the back to put me at 2. I don't think I Hiroko here, just because there's not really a good target to use for Hiroko. I think I keep Hiroko just in case he clears the board at some point. I think he might actually sing, so that might be a mistake from us actually. Let's see. I hope he doesn't, because then that would be a kind of big mistake. Because if he does swing, I think he gets to Digivolve as well, which would make it two checks as well. So that would be two checks that would have happened. But I mean, at the end, it's a casual game, no pressure. Oh no, he's just gonna straight up Digivolve for two here. Yep, into the promo Titamon, if I'm not mistaken. Uses the effect. Is gonna pitch something. Reading the cards here, very important when you play card game, guys. Read your cards. Pitching the Gobli for what effect? Ah, okay, to suspend Hiroko and to not let it unsuspend in my unsuspend phase, refresh phase. So yeah, nothing too crazy. Hydration, guys, very important. Don't forget to hydrate in this crazy heat. I'm thinking about the Hiroko. I think that is what I'm thinking. I think I was gonna drop like a 5 cost Aegyo. Oh, boink! The camera got a hit there. Stray shot. I'm just going to check quickly if everything is set up correctly. Not looking at the hand. I mean, it was not even available. I mean, that happens. So then it's my turn, right? No Hiroko. Can't unsuspend. Push the Elec. Elec will gain me a memory to add the top sec. I will use the egg here to go into the new Aegomon, which is sad because we know I have the Inori in my hand, so I cannot drop the Inori, right? So for one, basically, go into Aegyo, add top sec to hand. What I could have done differently here is actually not insta digivolved, pop the in between and digivolve for two, and then I could have would have gotten a good value over here. So I digivolve for three, then just manually into the Aegyo Blue. Aegyo Blue will digivolve the Taita and suspend, which is not needed. And then I think I just straight up go for the Jupi play. Jupi for three basically, which would put him at two, so in Asuna spot. But I don't think there's any other kind of good play I would have done, could have done. Let's see. Yeah, Jupi for two, for three, trash top sec, and minus 13k on that Skull Greymon, which is perfect. And sadly, that is gonna be my turn. Nothing too crazy. Trash top security for him. Trash is the mat, which is actually kind of W. Because Titamon, if he gets like three memories every turn, and he gets to just play through my board, which you will see in game two. I had no board at any time. This is gonna be annoying. So here we see he's going to his trash. I think he had at some point the what is it, the assembly guy, the assembly Titamon, not sure. And my Jupi would just, yeah, I think it's right there, yeah, assembly. But I explained to him I have protection, which if I did protect, I think I would have lost the game. So right there, let's see what I do. So he will use the Asuna start of turn, which is fair. Play out the level 4. So the blue one again. I might mistake the blue, the green, and the red one. I know there's Ogremon, Fugamon, and Hyogimon. I don't know. He will pitch one to give it. What was it? Jamming. Yeah, jamming. But no swing, so that's perfect. But I think the Skolbaluchi Taita card has Rush. So he promotes to Gobli in the breeding phase. These are two memory, keep that in mind as well. That is very important. I think if he was like at one or two more memory, that could have been really bad. But here is a two, so that is perfectly manageable for me at least. And also I'm in a good spot. Like I know I have my Jupi there. I have Hiroko if he board wipes. And I also have two security. So there is almost no way he can wipe board and get game. He needs to get the Jupi gone first. and that is his main priority. So he's gonna swing, but this was played by Asuna, so he can't. Does have the gobbly, but the two memories, I think, what is hurting him the most, because he can't just go into another um, ogre or hyogo or fuga. I think he has one in hand though. Let's see. Okay, he will for one, so he does have a level 4. Going to ogre. Ogremon on play when Digivolving activates now, but I don't think he's got an effect to do it. Let's see. This one can attack, so it will use the when attacking effect to trash. Boom, gains. I think that one gains. Oh no, it suspends and stuns my Jupiter. Yeah, that was it. Very good effects on those ogre guys. Not bad. Then he can use the egg effect to draw, so one check, but he can't. He doesn't have a level 5. And his ogre also dies because he checks an Aegiomon. So no board wipe, it seems. Ah, but I think he's gonna give me a shit ton of memory. Yeah, I think he's just gonna hard drop the Skullbaluchi Taita. If he drops the Skullbaluchi Taita, it will basically pass me at 6 mem, which will also put me out of Hiroko range because I cannot Hiroko at that point, which is kind of annoying. But I think what I do have is another Jupi in hand to be basically hard slam the Jupi. Yeah, so he will play the Taita. He has the Skullbaluchi Taita. He has the Skullbaluchi in trash as well as the Titamon to do it. So yeah, that 1, 2 pieces. So that it is basically for 7. And then he will use the effect of Titamon, getting rid of my stack. And if I protect here, that is the issue. If I protect here, I'm basically dead because I have to trash my top stack, and then he has execute, which I cannot prevent, and that is very annoying. Yeah, here's going through the card to explain me what it does, and then I'm like, oh, I die then. So I was thinking, like, is there a way for me to keep my stack and stay alive? But I don't think there was, so that is just, yeah, Jupi gone. Which is sad because it's the one of alt I have in my deck as well. A very sad moment for Kemo here. Then he executes, boom, swings, one check. Inori is insane value though, holy shit. The Inori here is insane value because even though I'm not in Iroko range, I think what I do is just straight up hard drop the Jupi to just minus 13k DP on the Titamon and just heal 2, which will then just basically save me. Then what we see here, I mean, his turn is done. Titamon cannot really do much. He has one card in hand, which is also very good for me to know that he only has one card in hand as well. Then we see, I just Digivolve in the back first. Yeah, don't forget to do that before you drop the big boy. Hiroko still alive is also very, very fucking good. But yeah, Jupi for 6, for 12 actually full cost is crazy. Yeah, but I don't have any other good option. If I had Diana, that would have been good too. Because that's a bit of a spoiler. I do play Diana in this build. Thank you, Nico, to give me the tech, because Diana in Jupi is actually insane because it helps into a lot of matchups, especially like Beelstar, Glowing Dawn, and Vulcanus, which is like the big issues for me right now to deal with. And Diana just helps immensely, especially Vulcanus. Like they can't do anything. If you see 1 or 2 Dianas and you have Homeros, you just basically insta win. So yeah, we dropped the Jupi for 12 minus 13k on that Taita, and basically has to top deck. It does have a lot of memory, but I don't think it's enough. I explained to him that I don't trash instantly. I have to trash my own sec to be able to trash his security. So yeah, let's see what he does. He hatches. He has a big 6 memory to work with. The Tsuno in the back. I don't want to say I'm chilling because at any point here, if he top decks what he needs, I am pretty cooked. So the moment I saw he puts the in between, I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna find everything he needs. So yeah, in between here, top three. I think that's a Witchmon, Ogremon, and Skull Baluchi. Also, am I the only one that think that Skull Baluchi is basically the Skullgrave version of Metal Garurumon? I mean, it feels to me like that it's basically Melga in skull form. As far as I am aware, there's no Baluchimon in the game. But yeah, I might be wrong, guys. So yeah, he in betweens grabbed. I think he took the Skull Baluchi and will digivolve into the Skull Baluchi. But he no, he digivolve. I think into the shark. It will attack first with the Hyuga, trashes the ogre. Does one check. Checks my home. It was. This is insane. And he is asking me here. So basically, gave it jamming, but he thought that jamming also disables my tamers, which is not the case. Jamming just protects you from security checks, DP bullshit. So yeah, I trash his top sec. Is Skull Baluchi Taita in trash? I love to see that in trash because my Jupi would have died simply. And then he digivolves into the shark. Tries to digivolve my Jupi. No, but it's funny. But yeah, it's pretty cooked at that moment. So yeah, he's at zero still. I think he has the dilemma of having to do hard drop the Gobli or digivolve in the back to try and top deck something, and I think he will go to two by digivolving the Ogremon in the back. And I think I got game from that point position here simply because I mean I might not have crazy stuff on the board, but I do have Hiroko Inori Homeros, which is busted. So I think here I do Hiroko simply because I mean I think I should as well, but I don't know if I have a level four. If I have, no, I have an Elecmon, no level four, or maybe I wanted to dig for stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be Juno Inori. Green mode is sadly not a target, but I don't think it would help here very much. I mean, it would basically force him to not push his ogre that is in the back right now. But I do have my Elec, and I gain 2 memory of the Inori and Omeros, which is pretty busted. We love to see that. So yeah, the position I'm in right now is actually very good. The Elec one cannot swing, so I need to find ways. So what I do is I Aegyo, draw, and then I should have just straight up Aegyos because then I could just have another stack ready. Aegyo will minus 5k on the shark. Inori will just let me free digivolve into my, I think the blue was the one I go into here. To digivolve the Sharkmon. Because I think there was something on deletion. I might be wrong though. I'm not a connoisseur. So I digivolve the Sharkmon and this deletes the Ogre. Because he's got minus 5k. Or it should be deleted. I think we let it there for a reason. I don't remember. So I snipe his security here. That is gone. That is amazing. And what I do now is I think I go to Juno. So yeah, the Juno here is a mistake. What should have happened is basically instead of putting his Digimon in security, I still do my Elecmon actually. So it's basically fine. Elecmon, security, Juno trashes, and I actually forgot that Juno trashes his as well, so it was basically game. So I just play something out. It doesn't really matter here because I just play another 5. And then I just have 2 swings to just go for game here. So perfectly doable. Alright guys, here you will see that the game will be very short and you will see the true power of Titamon, of Titans at least. Because one, I didn't open shit and he opened, I don't want to say the nuts because that's kind of the main game plan of Titamon anyway, but I just couldn't really respond anything he did. And as you can see, he opens again with the Asuna. I do have to say Thibus' consistency on hitting Tamer's opening hand is insane. And especially another one, he had double again. That is actually crazy. But yeah, so basically gives me 3 memory and he will draw 1 of the ogre, I think. So I hatch. And here I had the choice of either putting the Luna Mon on the field or digivolving her in the back. And I think I revealed double Homeros here. And he dares me, take it. Take the double Homeros. Do it. And I think I take them both. Which is, I mean, the game is cooked already. And if you would have seen my hand, it's straight up doo-doo trash. But yeah, I take the double Homeros. I have the one-off rusher guy in the bottom deck. But yeah, that is the situation I'm in right now. I just straight up Digiball for 2, draw, play the Homeros. And I was hoping to add actually an Inori from a security or something else to be able to do. But yeah, it's just gonna be Homeros and pass. Yeah, this game is gonna be very good, guys. My security is just gonna melt in this game. Like, it's just gonna straight up disappear. But yeah, so I think it just pushes out the Goblin here. No, not even. It's just as soon as the Fugamon from Trash uses the effect, poof. And then basically my Aegyo is just straight up gone. No way to protect my man. My goat man. You get my point. And here we go. He pushes out the Goblin in the back. I think that's the reduction Digivolution cost. The camera got another bump here. Checking again if everything is fine. Let's see. I think here he can just go full crazy, full stupid. With Taita doing his what he loves to do, basically just killing my security. This evolves into Hyogamon, which will give him jamming as well, and he will be able to just do 2 checks with his stack. Because when attacking, his effect activates, trashing cards to give him jamming. And then his egg and his Goblimon will also trigger, making it so that he can just destroy my security this turn. So he draws, and then the egg effect digivolves into Skullbaluchi, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, digivolves into Skullbaluchi. That one is swinging, so I'll just put it right for him, no worries. Then Skullbaluchi effect when digivolving, trashes something to, what was it? I think delete something, I'm not sure. But he can also digivolve because the Hyogomon also has the effect of doing the digivolution cost reduced by 1. Which is, and there he goes into the new Titamon, not the promo one this time, but the good one. And that's gonna be 2 security checks at my face, and I am just gonna cry. There's not really much I can do here. I just have to take it. So 2 hits, 1 Jupy, but he has jamming, so he doesn't die. And then in between, in between is not bad. Oh, 3 checks. My apologies. So he did his combo. He was very happy. I'm glad for him though. I love when Titamon can do his thing. But just when you see game 3, the luck just turned around. And then I draw. There's not much I can do here, like I said. I'm just at 6 memory. I don't have a level 6 as well, which is a big issue. Because I go to 8 now, and I drop the Inori for 3, so I go to 5. I don't know why he put me to 6. I think he thought I was at 9, yeah. No, I should be at 5 here. And the big problem here is, what can I do? So right now I have the Inori set up, I have the Omero set up. I think I just go straight up into Aegyo effect. Sadly, nothing very interesting. And then we have Inori that will trigger. Digivolve for free. Digivolve the Taita. And I think I'm just cooked at that moment because I don't have a level 6. Which can happen sadly in Jupiter. Which is actually kind of crazy because I run a total of 8 or 9 at this point. So it shouldn't be happening at all. I did ditch the Minerva as well. So if you guys want to know my deck list and Thibus's deck list, let me know. Maybe I'll make a video about it in the future. But currently my list does not run Minerva because I would rather be consistent on hitting my Jupy, Juno, Diana. Because my board is so much stronger if I have a Juno, Jupy, Diana than if I have a Jupiter with either Minerva and either Juno or Diana. So yeah, that is just my honest opinion. I feel like Minerva does not do the job as well as Diana can do. So the question is, yeah, I think I'm just cooked here. Oh, I think I just, if I digivolve into, yeah, because I can't do anything. I have to make sure that he can only have one swing, and that is right now it's the case, right? Because I have the blocker. Unless he has a way to deal with my blocker, there's nothing he can do. But I think he did because he was like, okay. So basically, if I just go into my big boy and get rush, I just clear your board, right, and just wait. And I was like, yeah, you got it, you good. So yeah, it was GG there. All right, so into the next game here, the last game. So I made Thibus go first simply because I still believe, like I said, that Jupiter is going second deck. Simply because you don't want the aggro that you get from going first, you want the possibility of the extra draw to widen your options, basically. So here, Thibus once again, he never stops, he never fails, he opens with Asuna, which is definitely not bad, especially when this time he has a rook in the back. But I did open the nuts. I did open Memory Gain Elecmon as well as a Search Elecmon. And this Search is also kind of nuts, level 5 as well as Tamer Aegyo, which is really good. So, I think from there, like I just straight up go into an Aegyo. I should have taken the one I showed him, simply because that way he doesn't know that I have another one for next turn. And there I take live and I play the Inori that I have, and as you saw, I also have Homils in hand from security. So I have the Inori ready, and right there he asks, so wait, do you get to use the Inori right away? I'm like, no, because the Inori hits the field after the security is removed. I do not get to trigger the Inori straight away. So right there, it's a pretty good setup. Like I said, I got one in the back, one up front. Tamer on the field, second Tamer in hand, and I think I have the other Aegyo in hand as well. So I am, what we say, being chilling. So right there, it starts his turn at 2. He pushes out with the Gobbly. That is one thing I wonder why he did. Because I don't think he's gonna be able to do a big amount. Oh, actually, I think he's gonna clear my board and like take 2 security. But the issue is gonna give me a lot of memory doing that. So he does his combo, which is like the main goal of the deck, right? But is actually putting himself kind of in a weird position by giving me a lot of memory and a really low security amount, which is what I want with Jupiter as well. So it's kind of a 50-50 situation right here. I think he's just gonna go straight away. So right there, you see he digivolve into the Hyogo, and he could go into, I think, the level 5 Skull Baluchi. So let's see, he's gonna swing when attacking, make it trash one card to make it jamming, and then he's gonna get the 2 triggers. So he's gonna get the trigger of Gobli and Tsuno. First Tsuno effect to draw, and then the Gobli to digivolve for cost reduced by 1, which is very good. So right there you see egg effect to draw, and he also gets the effect of the ogre. I think the ogre also draws. I think that's, yeah, he draws. So not bad at all. So he will digivolve for 2 basically because of the cost reduction of 1 into Skull Greymon to give it retaliation as well. So this stack right now has jamming retail, which is very strong. And then he can use the effect again to digivolve, because he trashed a card to gain the retaliation. He will be able to digivolve into Titamon, and I think it is the promo Tita again, which is not the one you actually want to go into. You want to go to one in the main set and not the promo. So he trashes to suspend the Aegyo, and I think he will delete it as well. I'm not sure. Or he's gonna play something. Yeah, okay, he's gonna play the Witchmon from trash, and then he's gonna use Witchmon effect to delete the Aegimon. That is it. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, delete Aegimon, perfect. And I think so. 2 checks coming in. One is Elec, and the other one was Jupi. Yeah, my Jupi is gone. Um, yeah, kind of a good situation for him, but not a bad one for me either, because I do have the setup, and I am going to be able to create a whole stack. And right here, there's a lot of thinking going on, so that's why I gotta say this was a casual game, not in a locals, not in a tournament or whatever, because there will be a take back this turn at some point, and I want think Thibus to be able to let me do it because that changes a lot as well. Blinding Ray added from security is actually kind of nice. Then I dropped the Omeos because I just digivolve into the Aegyo for one thanks to my Tsuno egg, and I can also use the Inori Tamer to digivolve into Aegyoku's Bloom. So right there we both go, yeah, obviously I'm going to go digivolve the Titamon. But then we go back because I am going to swap my decision. Um, Simply because I have one card in hand that actually makes this deck, in my opinion, just S tier, like just straight up broken. So right there, I'm thinking, I'm looking at my hands, and you see what I'm reading right there. I'm reading Dianamon, simply because that is the one deck that I play at 3 right now, and I tell him, yeah, so basically I'm going to leave the Titamon on the field because I want to be able to go into Jupiter and as well as drop the Diana. Because if there's nothing in the back, keep in mind, so I'm gonna heal 2, give minus 13k to the Witchmon, and then I'm also gonna go into the Diana, not right now because I'm thinking, I think, and I'm waiting to clarify who I'm gonna give the minus 13k to, and I say I'm gonna give it to the Witchmon, kill it, and then I'm just gonna hard drop the Diana for 7. So I'm gonna put him at 1 memory if I'm not mistaken. Or actually, I think I'm gonna go into Blinding Ray. Yeah, Blinding Ray, trash a security to trash his security, as well as gain 2 memories. Pretty beneficial. And then I'm gonna go into Diana to choke him at 1 because as soon as useful, yes, but Diana right there just closes the game in my opinion. Uh, yeah, just reading to be sure, and then there we go. Diana to choke him at 1, trash all the sources of the Titamon, and then he's just basically frozen. He's in a lockdown. It's Corona time. He cannot do anything. He's just sitting there, and then I will tap my Omeros end of turn to use Jupiter again to give minus 30k to the Taita, and then I will heal 2. And no trashing security as well. Yeah, there obviously Asunas because if he doesn't, he's in a pretty bad spot. Because let's see. Yeah, he needs to put the. I think he's gonna drop the Fuga. No, not the Fuga. He's gonna drop the Ogre. I think. We gotta see what he does here. But yeah, the situation is pretty busted for me simply because I have Jupi, Diana on the field. I have the Jupi protection live. They're both active as well, so he cannot swing into them. And yeah, I can basically redo the Diana lockdown again if I want next turn because of the homos, which is very nasty. So there he, as soon as to put the Gobli with the Digivolution reduction. Um, I think he would have rather had the Search Gobli, which makes sense because finding the pieces, because you trash so much with Taita, I feel like you get rid of your pieces very quick and your hand goes down very fast as well. So I think game 1 he was at 1 card in hand at some point. So while Digimon is not really, hand size is not really, it's not as impactful as One Piece where cards in hand could be cards. In Digimon, it means combo pieces. And if your opponent has 1 card in hand, that means the combo pieces are not there. So there it just hard drops the Tamer to choke me at 3, but I will go back to 5 thanks to my 2 Tamers. And basically, I first Digivolve in the back, of course, and draw. And there I think, what should I do? And I think I'm gonna drop Lunamon, simply because I want to search something very specific. Yeah, I'm thinking here because I cannot really go for a game, because technically speaking, I have, boom, 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 I think four. Basically, I can do 4 damage to his security with what I have on the board right now. And so I'm gonna swing first, use like egg effect, Elecmon effect, trash 1 security thanks to Jupiter effect, then check 1. And then I will unsuspend because of Aegyoku's Blue Inherit. And then we'll swing again, so that is basically 3 checks that I'm doing. And then I will swing once with Diana at 13k because Homeros is on the field, which is perfect. I am so glad I haven't checked any Taita or Skull Baluchi in security. Would have been really bad. I mean, Skull Baluchi plus Titamon, you get it, the level 7. There I dropped the Lunamon for 3 to search for One Piece, specifically a One Piece reference. I will add the Jupe, even though I'm not going to play another one this game. Grab the Juno, and I think I'm just going to hard slam the Juno because there's 1 security on the field. So we drop it for 7, and I'm gonna put my own Lunamon, I think, in security. Yeah, Lunamon into security to avoid being at 0. And then I'm gonna play, I think, Aegyoku's Blue from hand because I didn't have 1 in trash. There we go. And then I am going to end of turn, Digivolve, unsuspend first, yes, unsuspend my Jupiter, the Diana, because he cannot Digivolve Diana, so he needs to kill the Diana in some way. And then I'm gonna Homeros the Diana effect again. So actually at that point, we saw that after the game, that the Gobli that we saw here on the field should be gone. So right there, there's not really a way for him to come back, we agreed on. He was thinking he had like, what, 4 cards in hand, maybe 5. And yeah, it's just too much for Titamon to be able to go through. Like the Juno, Jupi, and Diana combo is just insane. Anyway, we were talking about what can he do. And first of all, he thought that he could Digivolve without issue, because he thought that Dianamon triggered when something is Digivolved by effect or played by effect. And then I told him, no, 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 it's straight up when something is played or Digivolved. So it's not per se per effect, right? And then I went through everything. I told him, yeah, I have the Jupiter protection. I've got the Junimon trigger that will let me play something out. I've got a blocker on the field, and I've got Dianamon that's just basically saying, no, no, no. So yeah, very, very, very nasty board over here. And we got the home heals to just keep doing that and keep healing with the Jupitermon while doing damage. So yeah, I think that this position for Titamon is just very bad. And even with 5 memory, because the moment he digivolves into an ogre, basically I will use Diana to be able to trash the sources, and he can't even swing. And while it's very annoying, but a lot of decks could deal with it, the issue with Titamon is because all those effects are when attacking, and based on the inherited effects of the level 4, level 3, you cannot do anything. That's the issue. Yeah, and there he reads the card and he's like, yeah, I can't do anything with this. It's just broken. And then yeah, he can't. There's nothing he can do. So yeah, we agree on yeah. He just accepts his losses and just goes, yeah, you know what, GG, you got it. I cannot do anything about this situation. Just waiting a bit to see. I think we were just talking about the situation where it's like just the total setup is just insane. Having Jupi, Juno, Diana, Homegos as well. The Homegos makes it so busted as well because I can just keep recycling the Diana effect every turn. So even if the situation is as follows, if he tries to get rid of my Diana, I'm protected with Jupiter. Jupiter effect will trash a security from my security stack, which will trigger my Junimon as well, which would let me play something from hand or from trash. So I could be playing Aegyoku's green, I could be playing Aegyoku's blue, I could be doing so many things, and he cannot. It just can't. He just can't do anything about it. So yeah, we'll just keep discussing this here. It's the whole situation, trying to find a way to go through. But yeah, there he agrees and GG's. So yeah, here we go, guys. That was the last of the video. I hope you liked it. If you want to see more Digimon content, let me know. I know it's not something I do, really. It's mostly One Piece focused, but I feel like sometimes a switch in a pace or a game can be interesting. And if you're a Digimon player and you got here without knowing me before, I am Kimbo. I make One Piece videos and I also play Digimon as well. So if you want more Digimon content, let me know.